Welcome to Queens College. Shaq Mitchell, voice for Sage Media, here with my guy Andre Johnson, getting ready for the last championship of the day. We've got to settle Queens and make sure we find out who comes out victorious over there, man.
I mean, it's only fitting that we end with Queens, right?
Right, we're in Queens College. They should feel right at home, right?
And you know, let's let the announcers do the talking for the intro. All right, Shaq. So we're ready to get going. And, you know, this is Andre Johnson, creator and owner of Sage Media. I just want to really thank everyone who's been tuning in all day. I mean, in and out. I mean, we probably had close to 10,000 people come. And like I always say, you're not only supporting Sage Media, but you're supporting all of our young men out here in the PSAL. So we really appreciate you guys. Even if you're just coming in for the Queens game, if you're a construction fan, a Dozo fan, really appreciate everyone tuning in.
Absolutely, man. This is a great platform to just highlight high school basketball, young athletes. You know, a lot of people look forward. I listen in the hallways. A lot of people look forward to Sage Media covering their games and stuff like that because of the exposure it can, possibly give for them. So it's definitely a great
And Shaq,
platform.
on air, I got to give you your flowers, man. Shaq, this is your third game.
Yeah.
You've been killing it ever since the second game you've been on, man. So big shout out to you,
there,
my
man.
boy.
We got one more dance to figure out as the teams are ready to start play. Cardozo in their whites and Construction in red, black, and white as Construction wins the tip. The ball's with Jarius Dixon. He gets it over to Dylan Barnes. Darnell Childs. Dixon. Justin Mack can't quite hit. Cardozo the rebound. Darius. Joseph Ching can't quite make it. And Cardozo's going to reset.
So let's see. We got number 1 versus number 3. Jordan Walker with the pretty moves.
Darius can't quite hit right there.
And number 10, that is Darnell Childs.
Yes.
He's averaging 26, 7, and 7. So
man, can he fill it up
we already know he's the leading scorer in Queens right now, and that's all of Queens.
Absolutely. A couple notable wins over Eagle and Queens. Led his team to a couple good wins this year. And
with a huge
John Bound as well.
Huge upset win. Well, I can't say huge. You know, it was a 2 versus the 3, but to go on the road in John Bow and win that game is so impressive.
Absolutely. Dylan Barnes with the basketball. Kicks it over to Gabriel. Gabriel can't quite hit. Jordan Walker bringing the ball across the timeline. He's looking to make his move, gets it out to Darius. Darius, got it. Darius took a couple of those, but that third one seems to find a mark on that one. He makes his first 3 of the game.
Now, if you have never seen Cardozo, this is the best three-point shooting team in all of the PSAL.
Wow.
We're definitely – listen, and I can say that with my whole chest.
Wow.
Big block.
Big block by Brandon Barrett.
So we're going to see a lot more booms today.
Brandon Barrett. Great defense from Cardozo, but Darius was going to turn it over, giving the ball back to Construction. As Childs brings it across the timeline.
Yeah, it's a big challenge for Construction. They fell 67-78 in their only matchup against against Cardozo.
And Childs doing his work early.
And get comfortable saying that. Childs is going to be doing work all day.
He starts the game off with a nice layup. Brandon Barrett trying to extend his range. Can't quite hit right there. Jarius. Childs. Jarius almost loses it out of bounds. Looking to go baseline. Barrett had his hands active. Knocks it away. About 17 to shoot on the shot clock. A little under 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, and the score is 3-2. We're going to get that updated for you guys.
Yeah, score is 3-2 right now in favor of Cardozo. Darius hit that 3.
So, Shaq, coming into this game, 67-78 on January 11th. How do you come in after, losing to a team the first time, and now you play them again in the championship game at that?
Well, the beauty is that, you learn when you lose. So when you play against a team, you kind of get a sample of what they like to do. As Childs gets blocked by the rim, but to keep the possession. Big shot from Dylan Barnes. He places one from 3. He gets it going for Construction. But what I would say is that you learn a team every time you play them. So look for these guys to be a little bit better this second time around, knowing what they know from the first meetup. And this game should definitely be a closer, more tougher fight.
Yeah, and Mr. Barnes getting involved. He heard, okay, Darius hit a 3, but hey, Cardozo got 3-point shooters. Hey, we got 3-point shooters too.
Exactly.
Chill out.
But you never want to get into a shootout with this team, especially if Cardozo is the team you say they are. You don't want to get into a shootout. You kind of want to play your game and just hope that you're there for spots. Joseph Puccio couldn't hit, and the ball's going to be with Dixon. Urena, Childs, Barnes, Dixon, back to Urena, back to Barnes. Childs looking to make a move.
Good defense.
Very
from
good defense.
Joseph.
Destruction kind of just swinging that ball around, looking for the best shot. Urena, can't quite hit. Good block from Barrett. And Dixon looking to operate on Puccio.
Let's see how many different defenders they throw at Childs.
Oh, yeah. Dixon over to Urena. Oh, whoa, what a steal from Walker. Walker. Oh, looks like Barnes picked his pocket. Barnes the third picked his pocket.
I saw a lot of contact there. That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. It's like they're going to let him play here in Queens.
Dixon looking to get a shot up. Justin Mack. Back to Dixon. Childs. Showed the shot. Didn't take it. Between the legs, step back. Ooh. Couldn't quite hit.
I see you, young man. Between the legs, step back.
Jordan Walker. Whoa, what a rebound from Barrett. The big fella clearing out space. Gets the putback.
Very, very impressive from Brandon. He you can clearly see he's a very imposing figure down low. So let's see what
Absolutely.
Construction has to answer.
And Mack looking to go by Brandon. Look, another block by Barrett. Barrett is not having it. That is his third block today.
Wow.
Childs. A little bit of contact right there, but he gets the ball from off the ground. And timeout. Construction wants timeout. Game's tied right now. A little over 2 minutes to play. Again, that low scoring vibe as we take you to a replay. Just trying to get it queued up for you guys.
Yeah, I definitely want to see that Barrett block. Let's see if this is it.
Yeah, Childs looks to make a move.
So 5-5, only 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Man.
You know, it seems like both teams are kind of trying to kind of really get going. You know, we have a three-pointer on each side and a putback on each side, essentially.
Right. This is that first quarter filling out process. Like I like to tell Greg, man, it's just neutral court, neutral site, a lot of pressure, a lot of stakes on the line. So just work those jitters out, and then the game kind of opens up.
I will say,
everyone.
the two teams did not have to travel very far compared to the other team.
Right, exactly. So, or these guys have actually only waiting to play all day. So
that's true. So when you're an athlete, would you rather play early or play late?
I got to get it out the way. I got it to. I would have ripped, even though I would have liked to see Brooklyn a little later. I definitely praise them because as Dixon hits a three for Construction.
Mr. Dixon getting involved.
But, Andre, I would much rather play in the morning. Get the jitters out the way just to say it's over with. I don't want to think about it all day. Puccio. And he gets called for steps.
I like the energy from Construction. They're not here to see Cardozo win yet another Queens Championship. Dozo looking to go back-to-back.
Absolutely.
Construction is trying to upset the apple cart.
Darius just came in for Joseph Puccio. Childs working at the top of the circle. Gets it over to Barnes. Barnes over to Arena. Arena over to Dixon. Dixon to Childs. Arena passes over to Childs. Childs looking to operate. Dixon can't get the three to fall. Walker on the move. Peter Duvers. Jordan Walker pulls up for three. Wild shot.
It's a quick trigger from Mr. Walker,
Yeah,
the
that
leading
was a
scorer.
quick shot. I mean, he might have rushed that a little bit.
Mr. Walker is absolutely a Player of the Year candidate. His stat line is 21, 7, and 7.
He
Damn
likes to
near
dance with a triple-double as well himself, huh? Dylan Barnes couldn't hit right there. Peter Duvers. And Ching gets the bucket for Cardozo.
Maybe that will help take the lid off the rim.
It does seem like there's a lid on the basket for Cardozo. Childs over to Barnes the third. And you got to love the ball movement from Construction. It seems like everybody on the team is getting a touch. Nice dish inside by Childs. Barrett got him on the arm, and he's going to get a chance to shoot.
And I love your point on that, like the ball movement. I mean, you have a guy averaging 26, 7, and 7. You think, oh, must be a high-volume shooter. But listen, Construction is really moving the ball. They're here to compete. They are getting out-rebounded on the boards, and this is the first. They are getting out-rebounded on the board. So even though they don't have the height advantage, you got to box out.
Absolutely. Boxing out, like I said, it's not a height thing. It's not even an athletic thing. It's a who wants it more thing, and you got
a very good point.
You definitely got to box out in championship games for sure.
Even the worst athlete can go box out. So
exactly, you know.
You don't need a trainer 6 a.m. to box out.
Doesn't take much to try. Joseph Ching over to Walker. Walker looking to make a move with the crossover. Time running down. Oh, couldn't quite hit. Ching tried to get the follow, but the score is going to be 8-7 to end the first quarter.
Listen, I have to be honest. Of course, we have non-biased commentary, but I was really hoping that was going to go in. It would have made such a nice highlight afterwards.
Yes, man.
But you see Jordan Walker, he is the engine for this Cardozo team. You know, looking to go complete the undefeated record in Queens. They are the defending Queens champions, so they're trying to go back to back. And again, Jordan Walker, I saw him play against Susan Wagner, and they just had no answer for him.
Right.
He was hitting everything. He was getting to the basket. You surround Jordan Walker with these three-point shooters. If we play a little bit of bracketology,
right,
and that's fun. This is the last game of the Borough, so the bracket's probably a little more clear now. I think Eagle Brooklyn and Eagle Bronx have solidified the 1 and 2 seeds. Congratulations to those Borough champions.
Yeah.
And Cardozo, they're definitely fighting for that 3 seed.
Right.
You know, we're most likely to get neutral site games at the Sweet 16, so, you know, Dozo will definitely get all of their home games for the early in the playoffs. But Cardozo, Eagle Bronx, Final Four?
Man.
I'd buy a ticket for that.
Listen, man.
Hopefully we're covering the game. So
right,
exactly.
You know,
we get it for free.
I still might put down $10. What's too excited? Peter Duvers over to Ching. Cha-ching. Puts it down.
I like that. We must refer to him as
Cha-ching.
Hey.
He's stealing our sauce. He's stealing our sauce, man. It's not cool, man. As Urena's looking and probing, trying to find his way into the paint. Childs looks like he wants to run something. A little under 8 to play. 13 to shoot. Dixon hooks it. Jarius Dixon has come alive. His second three.
What an answer. Construction hears us talking about the Final Four. Hey, we standing in front of y'all perfect bracket. We the bracket busters. Tie game.
They said put us in that talk. Keezy. Keezy knocks one down from 3. Keezy Ukawani.
Very impressive off the bench trying to contribute.
Cardozo showing that shooting ability early on. 2 back-to-back threes right there. What a save from
Walker. Look at Mr. Walker getting on the floor.
Down low to Ching. Ching completes the play. What a hustle from Jordan Walker. And Cardozo has stretched to a 4-point lead.
Let me tell you something. Ron Niclario, that's a play he absolutely loves.
Absolutely.
Star player getting on the deck, easy layup. And, you know, Coach Ron, he's seen a lot of ball games. Look at the player of the year candidate, putting his body on the line.
Man, and then just the wherewithal to find Ching down court, get him a good pass, and capitalize off that hustle.
That's cha-ching to you, sir.
Walker. Oh, reach around by Barnes, gets the steal. Childs comes up with it. Great wraparound steal by Dylan Barnes III. Dixon can't quite hit. He gets his own rebound. Coach is not going to like that. Barnes III over to Urena. Childs with it now. Back to Urena. Dylan Barnes III comes up short on the 3. Peter Duvers over to Walker. Walker looking to push. Crossover over to Ching. Ching with the Euro step. Finishes at the bucket. Cha-ching. He really might be money.
Ching with 7 points, the leading scorer right now. Does Construction have an answer?
Little under 5 to play. Ball over to Dixon. Childs. Ooh. Childs. Nifty move. Nifty maneuvering, and he's going to get fouled. The blocking foul is going to go on Ching.
So, you know, of course, the road for construction to get here, they had a 71-52 win over Eagle Queens. And, of course, I referenced before, on the road, that 54 – right next door, by the way. John Bow's right next door.
Right.
54-52 win over John Bow. So, High School of Construction, 11-3 on the year, looking to avenge that early loss to Cardozo.
Barnes the third. Urena. Childs. Childs. Knocking down the left-handed layup. So good. Slicing through the defense. Stopping the little run Cardozo was on.
And that's his second bucket of the day. Let's see if he can get going. Construction looking to push.
Barnes. Construction looking to push. Finds Barnes. Goes to Dixon. Urena. Urena loses the handle.
Ooh!
Peter actually falls on it. And they're going to call it travel on Peter Duvers.
I was
got his legs taken
yeah,
out.
I was a little nervous for Peter there. I was hoping he didn't get an ankle rolled up on.
Yeah, it definitely fell on Urena as well. But it's going to remain construction basketball.
So, Cardozo's path to get to the Queens Borough Championship, they had a 93-54 win over Lane, and they had another dominating win, 75-59 over defending, let me get this right, the defending AAA runners-up of last year, Epic South, who have now are in the 4A.
Wow. Things is moving up in the world.
And I love to see that, man. You know, of course you have your PSAL Titans.
Right.
When you think Titans, you think Abraham Lincoln, of course. Then you think Ron Leclario, all the players he's had at Cardozo, South Shore, and then you have the new blood. Excuse me, Thomas Jefferson, may not be disrespectful.
Of course, another Titan.
And then, of course, you have the new bloods. You had the Eagle Academy Bronx.
Yes.
You have Eagle Academy Brooklyn. And, of course, there's so many that I haven't mentioned.
Yes.
But I really love just seeing, you know, smaller schools getting back up into the 4A division.
Yeah.
I personally really like, you know, what the PSAL did, merging. You know, they merged a few teams from Manhattan to play in the Bronx. You saw Wagner and Curtis play in Brooklyn. I really like having teams play stiffer competition.
Absolutely. It just definitely elevates teams as a whole. And Childs can't quite hit. Looked good, didn't it? Peter Duvers in transition. And he's looking to go straight to the rack. And Dylan Barnes got a hand on it, knocked it away.
Impressive from Duvers. He coast to coast.
Right. He didn't want to find a guard right there. He wanted to take that all away. Shows he can handle it.
And one thing I like a lot. Oh.
As Urena is called for the reaching.
And
Childs is called for the reaching.
One thing I like a lot is, especially we've been all day watching different styles of play.
Yes.
And it's a very unique style of play compared to the other teams for Queens. A lot more set plays, a little more organization, less run and gun.
Right.
I love seeing this because then I think how does that match up against a run and gun team like a Thomas Jefferson or some sort?
It definitely changes. It changes the approach, you know, because when you want to run and gun and the team's playing half court, it slows you down. You can't really run. That's why it's a different approach, and it probably works more often than not. Dixon over to Barnes the third. Barnes the third lines one up. Can't hit it. Jordan Walker in transition. Here he goes. Jordan Walker to the basket, gets fouled. Jordan Walker's kind of strong in transition. He knows how to get himself to the basket. And he earns himself 2 free throws. And we're about to fix the scoreboard for you guys. The score is actually 17-13 in favor of Cardozo, but we're going to get that scoreboard fixed for you guys on the stream. Just bear with us. Jordan Walker shooting the second of the two, nails the second. 18-13, Cardozo over Construction right now. Little under 3 minutes to play. Oh, and Childs can't quite hit. He sent Ching to the floor with that crossover, but he couldn't quite make the layup. Jordan Walker, the wraparound layup. Walker just increased the lead to 20. 20-13 right there.
Fouls on Jordan Walker, his first.
Comes back down and fouls Justin Mack, who's at the foul line for Construction right now. As he makes the first one. Knocks down the second for Matt. 20-15. Cardozo leads by 5. 2.5 to play. Ching looking to make a move. He's trapped on that sideline. And he turns it over to Dixon. Dixon. Urena trying to operate at the top of the key. And Brandon Barrett picks Urena's wallet. But Childs gets the ball right back, but they're going to call a jump ball. Ball's going to stay with Construction. Yeah. Once again, the score is 20-15. 2 minutes left to play. Brandon Barrett has been great on defense for Cardozo. He has a few blocks. He just stole the ball from one of their star guards. Very versatile on defense at that big man position for Brandon Barrett. Very impressive. A little under 2 minutes to play. Dixon looking to operate. Working around the screen. Childs can't quite hit. And the ball's going to go with Cardozo. Cardozo still nursing a 5-point lead as we come to the closing minutes of the half. Brandon Barrett down low. Almost got it to fall, but he's going to go to the line for 2.
Fouls on Jarius Dixon. His first team third.
Brandon Barrett hits the first, giving Cardozo a 6-point lead, 21-15. And Barrett hits both. 22-15, Cardozo. About 1:15 left to play in this first half of this Manhattan Borough Championship. Queens. I apologize, guys. Ching looking to go coast to coast, but got the ball stolen by Dixon. Dixon for 3. Book it. Jarius Dixon, his third 3 of the half. He's come alive. Cutting that lead to 4. And Ching, wide open look. Cha-ching. He connects on another three. Puts the lead right back to 7. 30 seconds left. Childs looking to make a move, and they call a kick ball. Puccio got in that passing lane. They say the ball went off his leg and it's going to be a kickball violation. Ball stays with Construction. 20 seconds left to play. Halftime is rolling right around. This is probably the highest scoring half we've seen all day today. It's the highest scoring first half at least. Dixon looking to inbound. Over to Mack. Mack over to Childs. Childs and Peter, one-on-one. He's looking to go at Duvers. Childs looking to make his move and can't score. And that's how the half will end for Construction versus Cardozo. Both teams will take it to the half. We'll be right back. For Voice of the Eagles, Shaq Mitchell with Andre Johnson. We'll be back in a few.
And welcome back to the Queens Borough Championship game. It is Cardozo 25, High School of Construction 18. This is the owner and creator of Andre Johnson, along with one of the voices of Sage Media, Shaq Mitchell.
How you doing, man? What'd you see from those guys that first half?
You know, it started very slow, but then the shooters started shooting for Cardozo.
Yeah.
And that's very typical for Cardozo. When a team can shoot, let's think of like the Golden State Warriors. You're playing them, boom.
Right.
It's 9 points.
Right, exactly.
in 20 seconds.
A barrage.
And that's a team that has that caliber of three-point shooting. That's what they can do.
As Walker pulls up on a dime, can't hit. Childs in transition. Childs in transition, looking to make his move. Right by Ting. Can't finish.
Update the clock, all right?
As Darius takes the ball the length of the court before passing it over to Chinks. Darius for three. Boom. Darius places one off a great pass from Chink.
Like I said,
lead to 10.
When it rains, it pours. Don't let the judges get going now.
Absolutely, man. That shooting is definitely showed early, like you said. Childs, tough bucket. Going to his left. Over to Puccio. Puccio for three. He can't quite hit. Childs trying to get the rebound. Bodies are hitting the floor. Puccio rips through. Arena with the steal. Gets it over to Dixon. Childs can't hit. Mack with the rebound. Dixon puts one in from three. That is Darius Dixon's fourth three of the game. He is flat out hooping for construction. Jordan Walker to the by high. Man, it's like as soon as construction tries to put something together, Cardozo responds back with a bucket or two to kind of keep them at bay. Cardozo still up 7 points in this game. Childs over to Dixon. Looking to run pick and roll. Childs out to Dixon. Dixon to the basket. Works his way past Puccio, and Dixon is definitely balling. What a steal from construction. And Mack turns it over. Justin Mack had the steal right there, but Jordan Walker hustles back for Cardozo and gets the steal, gets the stop, forces the foul. As Keanu Trellis checks in for construction. Joseph Ching bringing the ball across the timeline. Goes behind the back. Over to Walker. Walker trying his luck. Walker pulls up. Can't quite hit. Rebound Barrett. And a foul on Urena.
Fouls on Gabriel Urena.
25-30. A little over 5 minutes to play in this third.
Everything to play for still.
Puccio books it. Man, Cardozo is out here shooting the basketball as a team, and those threes are starting to fall and add up.
And just like I said, when it rains, it pours. You got to be careful when you go against teams with this much three-point shooting prowess.
And there is Brandon Barrett again with another block. He has been defensive-minded the entire game, and he has given nothing easy to construction.
As I'm looking at Cardozo, they match up pretty well with some of these top-tier teams, Shaq.
Man, especially you put yourself ahead of a lot of teams when you can shoot as a unit. Not just one or two shooters, but the entire unit being able to shoot, then it can be a problem for somebody. Dylan Barnes can't quite hit. Puccio with the rebound. Walker with it. Over to Brandon Barrett. Back over to Joseph Puccio. Walker looking to run something. Walker to the basket. Ball's going to be on the ground. They got Dixon.
Second foul on Darnell Childs.
They got Darnell Childs on the reach right there. Excuse me. Walker takes the bump, gets the shot up. He's going to go to the line.
Third foul on Darnell Childs.
Walker hits it first. Walker completes the trip to the line with both free throws. 35-25. Cardozo stretched their lead to 10 as Childs looking to make his move on Ching. And does. Can't quite hit. Frustrated with himself. Pass up to Duvers. And this game is getting, Construction has to be careful. This game is getting out of hand as Cardozo stretches their lead to 12. Oh, man, another turnover for Construction. Ching in transition. Duvers can't quite hit. Dylan Barnes the rebound. And Childs pulling the ball up. Looks like he wants to run something. Looking for a screen. Gets one from Dixon. Kicks it out to Dixon. Dixon over to Urena. Back over to Dixon. And he looked like he wants to make a move on Joseph. Making his move to the paint. Keanu Trellis fouled on the layup attempt. He's going to go to the line for shots.
So definitely a huge apologies to everyone. We've been having a little bit of
Two hats
technical
tonight,
issues,
man.
but
It's
you know
all
what?
good.
We're going on hour 10.
Right.
But
you
you know,
gotta just listen, man.
we strive to keep things as professional, and you know, we strive to be perfect, you know. But of course, you know, batteries die. This happens. Hopefully, everyone's still able to enjoy.
Human stuff. It's all good, man. As Keanu can't hit the first free throw, Construction's really gonna have to capitalize because they've let this lead bloom a little bit. As Keanu misses both. Jordan Walker in transition.
Downhill.
Woo! Oh. And he's going to get fouled and go to the foul line.
You see when he gets downhill?
Man, he does not waste time with that basketball.
So let's look at Cardozo. So they have dynamite point guard play. They have excellent shooters. They have an enforcer down low.
Yes.
I've seen a couple of people off the bench. You know, you had number 21.
Second foul on Jarius Dixon.
Getting sorted here. Yeah, number 21 come in and score 3 off the bench.
Absolutely.
Chiesa.
Here comes Darius again. Darius, another player that's hit a couple threes for Cardozo. Just got shooting all around the floor. You got long arm defenders, and they're ready to run with these shooters as well. That's the other thing.
Absolutely. Whether it's the Bronx top contenders, Brooklyn top contenders, Staten Island, you better be ready to play the judges of Cardozo because they look like they're coming with a lot of firepower.
Those guys hit threes at a high rate. Childs made his move. What a move from Childs.
The thing is, I really like the patience from Childs, too.
Yes.
Look, saw the lane.
Never in a rush.
Love that.
What a steal from Childs. Outlet to Childs. Left hand layup. And he's putting it together right now.
And he's getting the crowd going a bit. Construction's trying to say, we're not ready to lay down yet. Hold your Final Four talk.
Absolutely. Walker to the bucket. Gets it to go.
But Mr. Walker,
man,
he
Walker
has something to say.
Walker is getting to that rim at will right now. Cardozo by 11. Childs Child is in his bag right now. What a jab step, but he loses the handle on it. Ching in transition. Lay me nice. Cha-ching.
Jelly fam.
Made the layup look real pretty right there. Stretching the lead to 13. Construction has to do something.
Yeah, these last 2 minutes, you're down 13. You really want to go into that fourth quarter, maybe down 8.
Right. Get it to single digits. Do your work a little bit early. Dixon for 3. Dixon has 5 threes for Construction right now, and he is absolutely shooting the logo off the basketball right now.
Dixon said, do you need a bucket? Say less.
Dixon in transition. Takes the layup, gets his own rebound, resets it over to Childs. Childs, what a move. Couldn't quite finish, though. Did he wipe the basketball off before he made his move?
That's impressive.
That was different.
That's impressive. Jordan going. When Jordan with a full head of steam, it looks a lot like a certain point guard I know that plays on Herkimer.
By the name of Mr. Downhill Sanders, I think you're talking about. Definitely.
Mr. Big Shot Sanders?
Big Shot. Yeah, we might have to add something to the name, man. Oh, man.
You guys didn't tune in earlier.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
let's not spoil it. Let's say there was some clutch baskets towards the end of that Brooklyn
game. You guys
game.
should make your way to the Brooklyn Borough Championship if you have time today. It was one to remember, to say the least. As Walker made the first, and he can't connect on the second one. Rebound Dixon gets it over to Childs. A little under a minute to play. Can Construction respond to Cardozo? They're down by 11 right now. Keanu. Dixon, another 3. Got it again. Dixon, is unconscious from the 3-point line right now. He's
It's
up
almost
to 6
like
threes.
It's just you just can tell when a shooter has not a shadow of a doubt
Absolutely.
It's going in. And what did I say? Get that lead to 8. They must have heard me.
Yeah, they heard you, man. Tuveres, 15 to play in his third. Cardozo by 8. Walker tries to kick it out of bounds.
He traveled. Yep.
Dylan got the steal, but he got called for steps, and the ball will go back to Cardozo. Man, that's a blown opportunity for Construction.
Hey, listen. The lead was it 14? It was at 14 or 13.
Yeah,
I think it was 13.
I think it got to 13.
And like I said, I know that Dylan was looking forward to getting down the field, the court, hopefully making it 6. Get a defensive stop. There's 7 seconds left here, and go into that fourth quarter down 8.
Inbound to Walker, wild pass, turns it over. About 3 seconds, 2, 1. Urena fires, can't hit. And the third quarter will come to a close. Cardozo judges, still holding on to an 8-point lead. Andre, what does Construction have to fix for this fourth quarter, man?
So real quick, I just want to give a quick shot. I really like this shot in that right now, actually. You just see the stands absolutely packed out right now.
Right.
I love the support for the PSAL and these young athletes for Queens. So I just really saw that shot and really went to go to it. Listen, that was a very good flurry. Very good flurry from Construction. I mean, Jarius Dixon. I mean, what else can you say about this kid?
Man, he is shooting the lights out tonight.
And, this is, high school of Construction. Where are they in the grand scheme of things of the playoffs? To me, 11-3 in the Queens. You're in the championship game. We're talking. I think we're talking that 5 through 8 seed. Maybe
if you catch Cardozo.
Absolutely. If they beat Cardozo, then we're definitely talking 6 or something like that. But if the results stand the way they are, I see them being anywhere between 7 and maybe not 7, but 8 and 10, let's say.
Right. Exactly.
Which still means you have all your home games you have all your home games up to the Sweet 16 at home.
Yeah.
And then you Got to battle that Elite Eight.
Right.
It's going to be a battle in that Elite Eight.
But at that point, isn't every game?
Absolutely.
Darnell Childs coming out to start the fourth. Dixon, he wanted to shoot that one, I could tell.
It's a carry?
Wow.
No, it was a foul.
Yeah, they're going to call a foul.
Second foul on Joseph Ching.
Yes, they're going to call a foul on Joseph Ching right there. He's got 2 right now. Urena to inbound. Childs for 3. Can't quite hit right there.
He wanted that one.
Yeah. I think he took that a little early in the shot clock, though.
That would have brought it to 5. That would have put a lot of momentum, a lot of wind into the construction sails.
Absolutely. You also don't want to let Cardozo respond, stretch this lead any more than it is. Ching, rebound Barrett. Barrett can't quite hit, gets another rebound. Barrett, a force to be reckoned with in that paint right now.
Relentless on the boards and a nice little touch. I like it from the big man.
Very good touch as a big man. You know, it's very few and often you see that. Urena can't hit. Good rebound by Puccio. He's actually fouled. Great box out right there on Dixon.
I was thinking the same exact thing. What did you say earlier? Boxing out, don't take no talent and don't take no athleticism.
Skill,
You said effort is free. That is Shaq's
You remember how
title.
you when you were a kid, things went in certain bins? Rebounding goes in the effort bin. You understand? Puccio over the Ching. Barrett has Dixon sealed off. Strong move as he scores right over the top of Jarius Dixon. Darnell Childs over to Dillon, back over to Childs. Construction's offense seems a little stagnant right now. It seems like they don't know what they want to do right now.
It's winning time. It's the Queensboro Championship. Who's going to step up?
As Childs is fouled on his attack onto the basket.
Again, Mr. Childs. Mr. Childs is the 26-7 man. You know, can he be the one to step up? Dickerson is averaging 14 and 3 on the year, so he's definitely above that average at this point.
Absolutely. And I thought it would be a shooting foul, but it looks like the foul's going to be on the ground. Inbound to Dillon. Double screen for Dillon, for Darnell, excuse me. Childs, layup, left hand, reverse. Gets the reverse to go. Construction still down 10 points, 12 points. Puccio.
Dozo always have an answer.
Puccio found his way into the lane. And they got the reach and foul. Childs is getting the attention. Childs is getting the attention of the entire Cardozo defense every time he makes his move. They know he's one of those kind of players.
And that's why it's so important for Dixon's performance, you know?
Right.
And usually in these kind of matchups where you have a role player really stepping up, you know, of course, Ron Niclario is going to make an adjustment.
Right.
And that's when it's your time to kill now, you know, if you're getting less attention on you.
Absolutely. And that helps get the pressure off of your best guy. Because if you start going off, they realize, you know, maybe we missed something in the scouting report.
I mean, Construction have plenty of time left in this game.
It's a lot of time in this game, but you don't want to treat it like that. You want to start your work from now.
It's plenty of time until it's not.
Until
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
That's
it's
really
off
literally
a
how
cliff.
it goes. I feel like it's a lot of time, and then it gets to like that 2 to 3 minute marker, and then everything is just a blur, you know?
Yep, they got to focus on this isn't the time to trade buckets, right? Trading buckets is not going to help you.
Right.
Let's say if each minute you get 3 possessions in a minute. Defend those 3 possessions, maybe limit their possessions to 2 possessions, and you have 3 in that minute.
Absolutely. Construction gets the offensive rebound on the free throw.
And that's a 1.
Arena can't finish. And look to see how Construction does, because looks like Childs went to the bench. Might be favoring an injury right now. But look to see how Construction does without Childs on the floor. He's been their catalyst. Outside of Dixon, he's been their best player.
And as he sinks the first, one major thing I want to shout out to the high school of Construction. I have 10 on their roster. I mean, I see 3 people on their bench. And if you look at the other bench, Dozo has like 15 kids. So, look at them full court pressing, trying to get back into this game as they get the steal.
Steal by Justin Mack. Urena, air ball. Urena had a good look. He just rushed it right there. And Walker to the basket, can't finish. Barrett. Dillon gets the rebound. Justin Mack to the cup. Finishes. Construction cuts the lead to 7.
And the Construction fans are at a fever pitch.
And they're going to call a foul on Dixon. Fans is not happy with it, but he definitely got him on the body with the push.
As I was saying, the Construction fans are on a fever pitch. They are anything. Give us something, and we will get behind you, man. And they're just chipping away at that lead little by little.
And isn't it amazing what energy? The thought of coming back into the game being back close and competitive, the energy it brings out of people.
And the players can feel it. Look at Childs back on the court. He's having an injury, but he knows this is the Queens Boroughs. He wants to get the win.
Duvair's getting fancy, but he shoots an air ball right after the move. There's an OG in the park that would say $1 million move with a 10-cent finish.
The move looked good.
That move was amazing. He got himself free. He may have been dizzy after the move he did, because his defender definitely shook loose.
Dickerson gets back into the game, so let's see if they're trying to do a little offense-defense kind of thing.
Absolutely. Childs back into the lineup. Urena looking to steal, and Ching steals the ball. Whoa. Dillon steals it right back. Turns it back over. Puccio, pump fake. Puts it up. No good. Short.
That would have been a devastating sequence for Construction.
Dillon. And the Construction crowd is begging Dillon to shoot the basketball. They want Dylan Barnes to shoot the basketball. Right there, he's got to shoot the basketball, Andre.
He's definitely has kept the tool in the holster.
Yeah. He's got to let some of these go. It's now or never, man.
And he's going to the bench. I'm sure people are telling him, hey, we have faith in you. Have faith in yourself. Pull the trigger.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a look.
What a move by Darius Mihai.
That's what I like to
left to right crossover.
That was some Olay defense.
Man,
though.
Yeah, exactly. That'll let you right by. That's not the layup you want to give up trying to get back into this game, as Construction has about 3:45 to overcome this 9-point deficit.
And this is going to be tough for them, but, again, I just want to give a huge shout-out to the whole staff. Staff has been here since 8:30. Huge shout-out to our partnership with NYC Prospects. We had a great pregame show.
Yeah,
a lot of people thought that was real cool. And, from the Brooklyn game, shout out to Eagle Brooklyn reclaiming their Brooklyn championship. Shout out to Thurgood Marshall. Paid off for them, going to play a tougher schedule in the Bronx. They come back.
Undefeated team.
They come back and they beat Murray Bircham to take the Manhattan championship. And then DeAndre Gibbs from
That might be the highlight of the
Eagle
day, man.
Bronx. The highlight game is Chicago.
That might
but
be. Well, just the play in the second half.
No, that's a
super
really
crazy.
good question. The performance of the day,
Yeah,
man,
man.
it might be DeAndre. You're right.
It's a couple candidates, man. It's a couple candidates.
DeAndre, I don't know how you don't give it to
You
Ja'Kai,
have to put
though.
Ja'Kai in there, man. The buzzer beaters.
Ja'Kai,
amazing.
even Asher.
Oh man, Asher played great today. I know he came up short, but he played absolutely great for South Shore today.
Definitely, leave a YouTube comment on any of our other videos who you think is the player of the day, who had the best performance.
Yeah, best performance of the Borough's championships. As is there going to be a steal? Was that a turn? Okay, construction forces the turnover.
Jordan stole it, but I think he dribbled out of bounds.
Oh, okay, good
And
job.
I know this is a long shot. Johnny Fleming, Eagle Academy, Brooklyn.
Man, some of the shots he hit down the stretch to even keep Brooklyn in the game, Eagle Brooklyn in the game was nothing short of spectacular. Justin Mack to the cup. Can't quite hit. That was Keanu Trellis. I apologize.
Every possession is so important here for construction.
See the frustration setting in for construction.
Yep, they know it. They know every possession that could cost us 20 seconds off the clock.
Absolutely. Walker back downhill. Ching sings it over to Darius. Darius falls short. But Barrett with the rebound. What a rebound by Brandon Barrett. He is causing absolute problems for construction down low. Whether it be blocks, whether it be steals, whether it be rebounds.
Again,
high activity.
They
championship level play.
They have the dynamite three-point shooting, the dynamite point guard. They have the enforcer down low.
Absolutely.
This is a very balanced and complete team. They could probably use more of like a slashing winger. That's like probably the only thing they're missing.
But I see that in Walker. Walker is kind of like a Colin Sexton kind of player, as he gets fouled going to that line.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but Jordan is like the point guard, right? He's like everything runs through him, and you have two other. Yeah, you have the two other wingers who are they can put the ball on the floor, but they're primarily shoot first.
Right.
So I would.
Definitely a slasher.
That's probably like the only thing. If they could have a slasher, that would be the one thing that this team is missing. But I'm really looking for Cardozo to make a lot of noise in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
They came a basket or two away from advancing to the Final Four last year. Fell short to South Shore. So let's see what happens, and let's see if construction has something to say about all this.
Yeah, man. Construction definitely not out this game just yet, but they need to do something. What a block by Walker. Jordan Walker, flat out block on Childs. Childs attacking. Urena. Back rim. Dixon for three. Dixon halfway down. Can't quite hit. Walker out to Duvers. Duvers spins. Gets it over to Darius. And Darius is resetting.
We're going to
get Duvers caught over for the hook as he reached around and moved his defender, and refs saw that, and it'll be construction basketball.
So right
construction still down 10 points here.
Yeah, so we're going to get that scoreboard fixed for you having a little bit of issues, but right now it is 52-42 Cardozo with 2:12 to go in this game.
And I don't know about you, Andre. Darnell looks a little gassed to me.
Hey, had the backpack on all day, man.
Yeah, man.
He sat out a few minutes here and there, but he's really putting on for his team.
Absolutely. Ball will remain with construction. 2 minutes left in this Queens Borough Championship. Cardozo 52, construction 42. As Childs stepped down the line on the sideline.
I love the energy from Jordan Walker. And that's the thing for a lot of young kids at home. They see Steph Curry with all the three-pointers, LeBron James with the dunks, Luka Doncic. Those hustle plays on defense can feel like a basket. That's a real basketball player down there.
Absolutely.
Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker's been a catalyst for their offense, but shout out to him accepting the challenge of guarding their best player on construction, all while still getting it done for them on the offensive end.
Absolutely.
Duver's making his move over to Darius. Darius blows the open layup. And Urena comes up with it. Dixon bringing it across. Urena over to Dixon. Dixon. Great defense from Walker as he steals, picks his pocket from Urena in the fast break, and he misses the layup. I think he thought about dunking. I can't believe he missed that. Pass from Dixon, and it's going to be a foul on Darius as Justin Mack went up for the layup.
I'll bring it back up here.
And that could have been an example of the moment being too big. Walker had a clean go at it to the basket. Looked like he lost control of the basketball right at the top of his attempt. Justin Mack gets ready to hit 2 free throws. Shake 2 free throws. 51 seconds left in this game as Mack misses the first. Eagle. Cardozo still with a 10-point lead. And if all else fails, it's looking like Cardozo's going to come out as another Borough champion is crowned here, Queens College. And Mack hits 1, cutting the lead to 9, 52-43. 51 seconds left. Construction wants a timeout. Getting that scoreboard fixed up for you guys. Like I said before, it's a little technical difficulties. Should see that scoreboard momentarily. And just shout out to all the teams that just competed today, you know. I was blessed with the chance to play here as a high schooler, and I've been on the wrong side of these championship games. And shout out to everybody just being a warrior today, these young athletes. It's very commendable. Cardozo a little late coming out timeout, but it's going to be their possession. Cardozo with a 9-point lead, 51.4 seconds remaining. Inbound to Puccio. And Cardozo wants timeout. Inbound to Walker. Walker over to Ching. Ching over to Puccio. And Childs gets the intentional foul.
So this is Andre back on, producer, problem solver.
Right.
We're going to go the rest without the scoreboard. It looked like the scoreboard, 10 hours was its limit.
Yeah. All
so
good.
apologies, but we're going to keep you guys updated. 40 seconds, 9-point lead. Dozo on the line looking to wrap this up. And just how impressive is another undefeated run for Ron DeClario and the judges.
Man, you know, it's just what it's about, you know. Going undefeated is not as sweet unless you win where you're supposed to win. And going undefeated, being a top seed, it all pays off in games like this where, you know, you practice good habits, you practice good basketball throughout the regular season, and it's not hard to win a championship game because you've been doing it all season.
Absolutely, and if results hold, I mean, it's about 40 seconds left in this game, so it's looking bleak for Construction.
Looks like Puccio.
Back to back, and unfortunately, I don't have exactly how many Queens championships Ron DeClario has, but he's got to make room in that trophy shelf.
Absolutely, no question. As fight for the rebound, and the ball's going to stay with Cardozo. As Brandon Barrett came up with another rebound, who's played terrific for Cardozo.
Fourth foul on Justin Mack. Brandon Barrett, 2 shots.
Brandon Barrett can't get the first to hit, fall down. Childs, air ball, and it looks like Construction's still gonna foul. Score is 54-43, 18 seconds left to play. Walker's heading up to the foul line.
That's the 5th foul on Justin Mack.
To officially ice the game away.
And Construction has nothing to, be. Of course, you're disappointed that you lose the game, but this team, they can upset one of the.
Absolutely.
They can definitely make an upset in the city playoffs. So definitely watch out for the High School of Construction in a week in the PSAL 4A city playoffs.
Construction did not play bad today at all. Just Cardozo was just a little bit better today.
I mean, you held Cardozo to 54 points. I mean, some of their the 2 games I have here, I mean, they won their first playoff. In the first playoff game, they scored 93 points.
Right.
And their second playoff game, they scored 75 points.
Right.
So, this is a team that can really score, and to hold them to 55 points is very impressive from Construction.
Yeah, we saw spurts of their shooting. We didn't really see them be dominant with the 3-ball, but we saw spurts and why they've been undefeated all year. Cardozo's going to dribble out the clock, and they're going to knock out, and they're going to lock in this victory as Cardozo is going to win 55-43 over Construction.
And everyone, again, we have been, our first stream of the day was the pregame show. That started at 9:30. It is 6:30, and we are closing out our coverage of the PSAL Borough Championships. Congratulations to Cardozo, back-to-back Queens titles.
It was a fun day, though, Andre.
Absolute fun day. I cannot wait for the for the city playoffs. And we're definitely hoping that there will be extensive coverage from Sage Media. You know that we're ready to go once we get the official word. Follow us on our social medias. We're definitely going to keep you guys going because that's what we're here for, to cover our young men competing out here in the PSAL. So for Shaq Mitchell, this is Andre Johnson, creator and owner of Sage Media. Thank you guys for supporting us and the PSAL all day long. We will see you in the cities.
Cities.